From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse, sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning and happy New Year's Eve. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Wednesday, December 31st, last day of 2025. And we're kicking things off this morning live here on Morning Pulse with some breaking news from this morning. Lincoln Police Department telling us about a burglary that occurred just after 1:15 a.m. this morning. Police responded to an alarm at Cloud9 Smoke and Vape Company off of 11th Street. Officers determined two people broke a door, entered the business, and took several items and left. Again, this is brand new this morning, breaking. The investigation is ongoing. They're asking for anyone with information on this case to call their police department or Crime Stoppers to stay anonymous. But again, we'll continue to follow this for any developments that we get later on today. Now kicking things off over to our national headline this morning. A judge has blocked the release of the autopsy reports for director Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer-Reiner, after the Los Angeles Police Department sought to seal the records. Legendary Hollywood director and his producer wife were found stabbed to death in their home on December 14th. The cause and manner of death for the couple were previously available on the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office website, but those details have since been removed. The order blocks the release of any investigative information, notes, reports, or photos related to the case and can only be released to two detectives in charge of that case. Now bringing things back to game day for Lincoln. It's game day actually in Sin City. The Las Vegas Bowl is a battle of the Huskers and the Utes. Nebraska is looking to end the season on a high note after a two-game losing skid. 10-11's Kevin Suits is in Las Vegas with all that bowl game coverage, and Nebraska's offense will be led by freshman quarterback TJ Lateef, who's finally healthy after a month-long hamstring injury.
To play a great team, a top-ranked team like Utah, we believe is a fitting way for us to go out there and challenge ourselves one more time.
And there you heard it from Coach himself. Utah, meanwhile, has an all-conference QB in Devin Dampier and also has this year's Outland Trophy winner and running back that will likely surpass 1,000 rushing yards today. On paper, the Huskers appear to be outmatched and placed as the underdogs and listed at that 14-point underdog mark. Kickoff is scheduled today for 2:30 Central Time, so be sure to tune in and watch the Huskers bowl game. Your third story, back in Lincoln, days before she was likely going to be impeached by the unicameral, NU Regent Elizabeth O'Connor says she will be resigning effective January 9th. O'Connor is currently facing a DUI charge for a crash in May. Senator Kathleen Kauth has said she would pursue impeachment as soon as the session opened, says that she will still be filing that. She wants to make sure O'Connor's resignation goes through before she withdraws the article. In a statement, O'Connor said, quote, "I am choosing to resign now because I want to do the right thing for our great university. University of Nebraska is facing many important opportunities and challenges, and District 4 must have a representative that can serve effectively on the board," end quote. Court records show that O'Connor's blood alcohol content was 4 times the legal limit when she crashed into a car which had 3 children inside. Your fourth story, the city of Auburn is asking people to use caution after a semi-truck crashed into a building yesterday, causing extensive damage to a local business. Crash happened near the intersection of Highway 75 and Highway 136 overnight Monday into Tuesday morning. According to the Nebraska State Patrol, the semi-driver fell asleep behind the wheel, veering off the roadway, hitting a parked car before crashing into the Hetzel building, which you can see right here. The driver reportedly had minor injuries, and the city says the building is being evaluated by a structural engineer to figure out a plan to stabilize it. Your fifth story today isn't just the last day of 2025. It's also Warren Buffett's last day as the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. The 95-year-old Oracle of Omaha has served as the CEO for 60 years. He announced his retirement earlier this spring. The famed investor has spent much of his life among the top 10 richest people in the world. And according to Bloomberg, he has racked up a net worth of around $150 billion. Buffett will remain on board as chairman. Greg Abel, who is the vice chairman of non-insurance operations of Berkshire, will take over the reins as CEO. And wrapping things up with your final story, Husker fans soaked in the atmosphere of Las Vegas last night ahead of today's bowl game with a little pep rally. Some fans who made the journey say they are eager to see their team play, no matter the outcome, and of course, the warm weather doesn't hurt either.
We love supporting the Huskers. We'll support them no matter what. And we're just glad it's a little bit warmer. New York was fun last year, but it's been kind of nice to be someplace warmer.
Well, you know, they're underdogs, but so was Bud Crawford when he came out here and wrecked Canelo, so let's see what happens.
So there you have it. And again, once you're done watching 10-11 News at noon, be sure to turn into the bowl game at 2:30 our time, Central Time, to catch in on all the action. That's going to be your morning pulse for this New Year's Eve. But before we go, we'll just give you the question of the day in case you missed it. 55% of people say this holiday tradition is completely outdated. What is it? Answer was New Year resolutions. That was definitely a shocking one. But if you want to participate in our questions of the day, you can head over, watch 10-11 this morning, and put in your own guess on our 10-11 Now Facebook page. And be sure to watch as we reveal the answer every morning. That'll do, and we're going to throw things over to our 7-day forecast and then send it over to Brandon Rector with more.
Good Wednesday morning. Meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 10-11 Severe Weather Center on this final day of 2025. There might be some clouds around portions of northern and eastern Nebraska early this morning. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny, seasonably mild, and a bit breezy today with winds out of the northwest, west, and southwest at around 8 to 18 with some gusts up to 25 miles per hour possible. A backdoor cold front moves in this evening, and what I mean by that is that cold front will move in from the northeast to the southwest. So much of central and eastern Nebraska by midnight could be mostly cloudy to cloudy, but we're not anticipating any precipitation at this time. And it may be a bit breezy as we go through this evening. Temperatures at noon today in the mid-40s to mid-50s. At 4 this afternoon, upper 40s to upper 50s. 8 this evening, it's upper 20s to low 40s. And at midnight, low 20s to low 30s. In Lincoln, the high temperature this afternoon in the mid-50s. And it looks like we cool down to 29 by midnight.
You've been listening to 10-11's Morning Pulse, sponsored by Murray Roofing. Watch, listen, stream on the 10-11 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.